But the idea that priest being teacher, or the church being teacher, priest, and shepherd. Shepherd is really important, and we really don't look at our priest as shepherds anymore, as we call the priest father. Why do we call the priest father? Because the priest is a father watching over our souls. At the end of the priest's death, he's going to stand before God. Every one of his parishioners that went to hell, he's going to answer, what did you do? How were you negligent in letting these people enter hell? What could you have done more? This was your job as pastor of this parish. We don't, in our culture, sadly, we don't have anymore, but this idea of a priest being a pastor, it really is something special. So even let's say you're, for whatever reason, you can make it to Mass on Sunday for, maybe there's some legitimate reason you have, right? And you're not gonna be able to go. You can ask the priest father, can I miss Mass on Sunday for this reason? He has the authority to dispense you from Mass on Sunday. So the priest certainly your parish priest has an authority over you, and like a fatherly authority over you to relieve you of certain duties and to direct you in a certain way. A priest really should be working on directing and guiding his flock and leading them toward God. Now, I think part of the thing too is our society now is even more difficult. In the old days, when you have a little village, and you have the priest, and he knew everyone, he talked to everyone. For the priest to be this big, influential person and look at people, see their defects, and guide them was much easier. As you have the automobile, you see the priest once a week, it becomes much more difficult to have that community, fatherly influence over your people. But I mean, it still exists, and the church still has it. Also, something really important. So part of the duty of a parish priest is to pray for the parishioners. The whole parish structure of the church, we all receive grace through the parish and through the parish you belong to. So if you belong to a parish, but let's say you're attending Mass somewhere else, the way the parish is structured, prayers from that parish, the graces go to you as a parishioner, even if you attend Mass somewhere else. So that's just the way the priest is a shepherd, not just instructing us, not just offering sacrifices for us, but leading us and guiding us. And that's kind of why you had Catholic schools too. You had parish schools because the school wasn't just a place to learn about God, but it was a place to form the whole human person, to build a person of virtue. To have minor seminaries too. Minor seminaries was the high school seminary before we'd actually get to seminary. And they'd really start forming the whole person. They would start preparing their prayer life and everything to make them saintly and holy. I think a big problem we have nowadays is a lot of people think, holiness comes from reading scripture and memorizing and knowing things about God. Yes, that's important. It's good to do. But there is this lack of a journey to sanctity, a lack of growth in holiness and reaching the heights of the spiritual life.